Okay, so we have here Tour de France. The females and the men, some club riders have jumped into the Tour de France. Can you believe it? They've pinned a number on, they've bought a team bike and the team kit and slapped on a team helmet, and they've just jumped in the race. And how do we know that these people aren't legitimate Tour de France riders? Look how they use the brakes. All right, we're going to scrub this here, put it on slow-mo, and you see this female rider here in the white helmet in the front here, and watch her back wheel about to lock up. She's got disc brakes on a road bike. Oh, why? And just locking up that rear wheel. That's, see, a professional rider wouldn't do that, all right? A professional rider knows how to modulate their brakes, don't they? Because disc brakes have superior modulation, the Kool-Aid said. And they do on a mountain bike with big fat tyres, but on a road bike with skinny tyres at road race PSI, they lock up far too easy. Look at that. Boom, sliding out, unclipping. And lucky there's not a brick wall in front of her. All right, then the next person, the next intruder, this guy here, look at this guy here. He's just, he's got one hand on the bar left. He's got another, he's trying to take a selfie. Hey, Mum, I'm in the Tour de France. I've just jumped in the Tour de France as a spectator. And look at it. He's got both hands in the bars now. He's got his left hand on the lever. In France, they have left hand front brake. Correct me if I'm wrong. In Australia, we have right hand front brake. And look at that. He's grabbed the front brake there, and he's got something in his right hand, or he's basically grabbed too much front brake because he's a spectator. He's an actual pro rider. Look at that. Boom, and then we'll scrub it back, and look at that there. You can just because I thought, man, the spectator must have got a flat tire. But if he had a flat tire, he would have crashed about now. But he's still got more. He still almost hits that apex there, and then boom, he's locked up that front wheel with disc brake, hasn't it? Because what this spectator has done is he's a cyclotourist, and he has ridden down the descent and using too much brake. And look, he's still got his hand on the front brake there. It's almost like his hand's super glued to the brake there. Anyway, he looks like an FDJ fanboy, and he's learnt a lesson. Don't jump in the Tour de France, all right? Tour de France is professionals only, okay? So spectators, please stay back from the side of the road, cheer from the side of the road. We appreciate that, and definitely stay out of the Tour de France. If you're a cyclotourist, this is professionals only, it can be quite dangerous, and so stay out of the Tour de France if you're using disc brakes. Damn, spectators infiltrating the Tour de France. That's crazy, isn't it? And we have a flashback here. This is Julian Alaphilippe lookalike. Right, this is his doppelganger. Jumped into the Tour de France, and he's trying to get a free bunch of Revard wheels, and he's super glued his axles on. The mechanic couldn't do it. So this is actually a stunt man for Julian Alaphilippe. So what Julian Alaphilippe does is, he's a dad now. So what he does is he jumps in a team car for the downhills, and he employs his stunt man to do the downhills for him. All right. So that's then the stunt man. He locked up the brakes, and this is another quick step rider, also a stunt man. All right. This is his first day on the job. The actual pro rider, I forget his name. He's in the having a bit of a break, making sure everything's safe. So this is part of the insurance clause now. Lantern Rouge is going to be the lawyer for some of these teams. He is an ex-lawyer. Actually, did you know I got Lantern Rouge on the YouTube game, and he was a lawyer and he didn't like it, and I said, quit, do YouTube. So he did that. True story. But now he's going to get back in the lawyer game, and he's going to be helping these stuntmans find insurance. Look at that. All that for the road. So this is where the disc brakes overheat. Look at that. It's warping everywhere. But again, see, some people say, this is the disc brakes, the caliper expansion, it's overheating, it's grabbing, it's dangerous. No, this is a stunt man on his first day of the job. This is Tour California a few years ago, right? So he's on a S-Work Specialized bike with Durace brakes, etc. So he's on good stuff, team mechanics set up, and etc. So you've got the best mechanics in the world, best product in the world according to marketing, and it's a stuntman's job first down on the bike, and he's going all right for a Cat 6 rider, first downhill. So then what will happen is they'll switch. The UCI, basically you stop there on the corner, and then the rider jumps out of the team car, and they grab the bike and they ride on. So the stuntman jumps back in the car and then he meets the rider at the next downhill. So he keeps things safer, because stuntmen, that's what they do. They're sort of know how to ninja roll. Pro riders, they're busy. They don't know how to ninja roll. All right, so he's got the stuntman's going, fuck this Californian roads, Yeah, that's the deal there. So and that's not stuntman anymore. There's back to the normal rider. They do it real similar, so the spectators can't tell any difference, you know. But the camera, they cut it out to do a jump cut, you know. So it's just how it is. There you go. There. So that's what's going on there. You've got spectators, we've got stuntmen, because the marketing says, you know, rim brakes aren't sufficient for the Tour de France anymore. You know, just ask Lance Armstrong, just ask all the Tour de France winners ever. You know, in the last 10 years, 20 years, rim brakes good enough? Yes, they are. Anyway. But hey, we've got more mechanics on teams now, because it takes much more mechanics, much more. Literally, all jokes aside, there's double the mechanics now in the World Tour. Double the mechanics. So anyone out there who says disc brakes are less maintenance, maybe they are on a mountain bike, but on a road bike you're going faster, and the rotors are smaller, so you chew through them a lot quicker. Okay, and you take the wheel out, you put it back in, just starts tinging again. So it's different with mountain bike at all. Okay, disc for dirt, rim for road. But hey, we've got to keep stuntmen in job, and we've got to keep those spectators out of the Tour de France.